YouTube? It's your boy, the Memphis XLR, coming back at you with the 100 days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every day for 100 days, we're dealing with a different deck every single day. Today is day number 54, where I'm 54. Or was it 64? Either way, we're taking a look today at a Dark Magician deck combined with the Horuses. It's kind of quasi, I don't know if it's meta or it's rogue. It's one of those two things. But regardless, we got ourselves a look at the Horuses with the Dark Magicians, and it's pretty straightforward. Get the Horuses set up, do their thing. Get the Dark Magician set up, do their thing. Summon out the Dark Magician. Hit your opponent with some spell trap lineup. Hit him with some big fusions and some links and some big season. Well, all sorts of things in the X deck. It's a deck that's really just about getting things set up and just rolling with whatever your opponent's doing. Roll with the punches, go for it. So we got ourselves a nice deck today that was donated to us by Mr. Popo, Destroyer of Worlds, who wants to watch the world burn via the Horus lineup. So we will do as he asks because, you know, this is what you do. You know, Mr. Popo has to do something to do it. So we got ourselves a Horus Dark Magician deck. We're going to be going out and Yugioh Pro, show off the wombos and the combos and the what do's and the what not do's. Have yourselves a good old time. If you want the whole list at the end of the video, you will find it. But for now, let's go in there and show off what this baby can do. Alrighty, our first opponent of the day, another card game. And I like to go first in this deck, but we can just as well go second. It's one of those decks that can do either or depending on the hand. And it's always nice to see triple tactics going second, so I'll take it. I'll take it. So, opening hand's an interesting affair. We got many different things. And I also get an extra draw, so, you know, it can go different ways depending on what we go up against. We're up against some ninjas. Okay. Ninjas are... It can be annoying at times if he sets up right, so we'll see where this goes. I'm more worried about him flipping my monsters face down and then tributing them off than anything, so... You know, this is going to be an interesting one. It's going to be an interesting one. Okay, manipulate, or duplication. Duplication, what the hell is this? Noble Knight, Shield Bearer. Wind Beast Monster, what the bloody hell? Oh, Baku, that's right, I forgot about him. Okay, so this is a ninja deck. He's setting up the ninjas. He's got the fusion guy on the board. And he'll have the trap that can, you know, if he needs to tag this thing out. Okay. Okay, it's something. It's not too crazy. Okay, what does this one do? Let's see. You put out the card face, switch on a ninja from the deck face up or face down. Gotcha. Gotcha. So what I can do here is activate the Forbidden Droplet and just discard a monster so that I can negate this thing. And if he wants to play the trap now, he has to play the trap now. This way we can at least bait out the this dude. I just want to bait up that dude. You know? I don't want him to special summon willy-nilly ninjas. Even though that's exactly what he's going to do. I got some more control over it. Okay, what do we got up against? This ninja. That ninja. That's 4, 5, 6 stars. Okay. Alright, well, I can still negate a dude, so let's see. Who do we negate? I think we negate... We negate this one. Because then he can't do as much. Summon a ninja from the hand or grave in defense mode face down. Okay. Okay. So the ninjas are going to do their thing. Hanzo's face down again. Big whoop. Don't really care too much. Let us activate triple tactical talents. I would like to draw a few more cards, please. You know, that was my real end game. It's just trying to get that off. So let's start with the rod. Might as well beta Ash Blossom and the like, you know, I got Magician's Rod. Ah, I see. Very tricky indeed. Well, this is why we run Plan C. Let's go for Pharaonic Sarcophagu. Let's go for that. Let's go ahead and discard a few cards. We're not going to need these cards no more. We're going to go for the Horus lineup. We're just going to straight up destroy everything my opponent knows and loves. I was going to go for the Dark Magicians, but, you know, that's why we run backups here, so... We can't get everybody. But we can get started with everybody, so... Let me think. Do I want the big dude or the recovery? Big dude, recovery. That is a difficult decision. Let me think. I can draw cards, but this usually just gets targeted first. I'm going to go for Happy. I'm going to go for him Not because he's, you know, I feel like I need to recover more than I need to draw more, you know? Because if I lose a card while Happy's on the board, I'll get 2 cards back, so I figure that's going to be just a little bit more useful than anything else. Let's see. So, okay. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war. So we're going to do this. We're going to have Happy attack into Toban, and we're going to use the power of Pharaonic Sarcophagu to just send that to the graveyard so that he doesn't get anything. We're going to go ahead and attack into the Tabadi. Get rid of him. Don't need him around. And then we'll just attack everything else. So, yeah, pretty straightforward sort of thing this deck's going to be. Like I said, depending on what our opponent do, that's what we do. You know? And then pop over this. Does he have any darks in the graveyard? I don't think I really need to make a link or anything. I could make Selene the Queen. I don't really need to do that, though, so I think I'm okay for a turn. I think so. Because all the Horuses have pretty nice effects. If any of my cards leave board, they all trigger. You know, Imseti will send a card to the grave. Quinchkapa, whose name I cannot pronounce, he is going to make it so that... yeah, if one of my cards leaves the board, then I can make it so I can't be targeted for attacks or effects for a turn. And then Gold Happy will recover me some cards. So what is this doing? Mention Ninja, target a card on the field, destroy it. Okay, he'll destroy my Pharaonic Sarcophagus, which is totally fine. We're going to use all of our things. We're going to get back the Sarcophagus. And my opponent surrenders. Because nobody reads what the Horuses do. Everyone expects them to just be used for exceeds. Nobody knows what these things do. That's the thing. But yeah, he couldn't pop my, Is this a targeted effect? Yeah, it is a targeted effect. So he could have targeted a Horus, but he chose not to. But yeah, that's what we're trying to do with the Horuses anyway. Like I said, this is a deck where, depending on what your opponent's doing, you do different things. You know, we baited him out with the Dark Magicians, and then we went in with the kill for the Horus lineup. So, you know, that's sometimes what you gotta do. Next turn, I was just gonna be able to do more things. I could have recovered some things, done some things, got Horuses back on the board, and just gone for game right there. It's a pretty powerful deck, Horus. They're a pretty powerful bunch. But that's good enough for duel number 1, I guess. I mean, we outed a ninja player who was trying to go first, and they went first, so he has no reason to complain. So let's go for duel number 2. Show off more what this deck can do. Let's get into the Dark Magician lineup. That's really the meat on the bone here. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. And hey, we get to go first this time, so we'll do a little bit of trading off, a little bit of this turn, that sort of thing. And this opening hand's pretty beefy. Oh man, there's so many things we could do with this hand. It's pretty good. Let's go ahead and start with the rod, though, because like I said, the Dark Magicians are pretty well known. People know the Dark Magicians. I want to start with that lineup. So let's go ahead, get the circle set up. We'll get ourselves a little bit of a circle action going. And let's activate... Soulful Servant. Because then I can put a Dark Magician card on top of my deck and get it in the same turn. Pretty sneaky. Pretty sneaky indeed. So we'll go for Dark Magician Circle. Go ahead, get our Eternal Soul. Yep. Thank you. Appreciate it. And then we are going to, let's see. I guess it doesn't really matter what we're going to do because we're going to shuffle our deck a little bit here. Because we're going to go ahead and use the Glory of Horus. And get our spell. Get ourselves the King Sarko. Draw ourselves another card. And, very, very tricky. Let's go ahead and Soul Servant, though. I do need to draw another card. And we'll do it. Let's go for Magician's Salvation. Like I said, this deck can do a lot of different things, a lot of different situations. And I got Imseti already set up, so that's even better. It's always good when you have a Horus in the grave before you do this, because then you just get everything. So let's go ahead and set up Duamthe, who is our draw power. We're going to go ahead and get our boy Happy. And then we're going to go ahead and... Actually, I just realized, because we have the Rod, I don't want to summon everybody just yet, just in case I need to summon my boy. So... I'm definitely going to summon Kwapish Kababa. because he's our protection. I'm definitely going to summon out Happy, because, you know, Happy's just good. I could link a couple cards away to do more. Difficult decision. Very difficult decision. Do I go for the draw power, or do I go for removal? Draw, removal, draw. You know, we haven't seen this guy yet. I'm just gonna I'm gonna go for Duan Fei. Because not only does he get 1,200 points for every one of my monsters on the board, that is a Horus, if one of my cards leaves the board, I just get to draw a card for every monster on the field with a different name. So that's a big old +4. Or is it a +3? One of those two. Regardless, what are we up against? We're up against Reinforcement of Hermy, they call it. Alright. And Battling Box. Okay, Battling Boxes are cool. I like Battlin Boxes. I like them just fine. What are we up against? Battlin Boxer Shaddoll. Good old Battlin Boxer Promoter. Tribute this card. Some 2 Battlin Boxes, different names. From the deck, except for itself. Okay. I need to remember what all these Battlin Boxers do, though, because I don't actually remember what they all do. Let's see. This one lets him get a Battlin Boxer or a counter trap card. I wish there was a card that just straight up searched out counter. That's like the best counter trap in the game. You didn't know. Good old counter. Just negates a counter trap. Is that new, or do I just don't remember this? What does this do? When you play it to a monster effect, destroy Battlin Boxer, blah, 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 blah. Let me think about this. Do I want him to just get that? I don't think I do. I am going to interrupt here, I think. I don't want him to get free. So he's already done some searching. I don't want him to get even more. So we're going to summon out the best Dark Magician, of course. Good old Yolden Dark Magician. And because we special summon him, I can just straight up banish a card on the board. I'm just going to banish the Shadow. That'll interrupt him a little bit. Not enough to, like, completely stop him, I don't think, but it's enough to stop him to a degree. This is going to change everyone to a level 5, you say. Interesting. Fascinating. Okay, so what tremendously fantastical level 5 or rank 5 exceeds do you have? Because I don't remember all the Battlin Boxes. It's one of those archetypal sets that was like, it was really cool when Battling Boxers got new support, but they didn't really go anywhere with it. As much as they probably coulda. Coulda, shoulda. Let me think about this. There's so many things we can do with this board. So what we're going to do is basically just be an arse about it. We're going to go ahead. Actually, hold on. Do I want to do... I could just go for excess code, and that's probably the play here, is to go for that guy. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to link up a couple monsters, make Doc the Dark Charmer. There's no darks on my opponent's board, but that's fine. Level 4 lower spellcaster monster. Yeah, I would love to do that. Thank you. That's why I made that. And so we're just going to link all these off. We're going to make our boy Excess Code Talker. And it doesn't even matter if I link everybody off. I'm just going to link everybody off. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter too much. Let's go for Excess Code Talker. And we're going to make him gain a little bit of power, but the main point is that we're just trying to clear this back row. I don't trust that back row as far as I can throw it. So I'm just going to get rid of it. I'm just going to get rid of all the back row. There is no back row allowed, and it feels kind of bad beating up a Battlin Boxer player, though, because, you know, I was just playing ice counters yesterday. I highly recommend it. That deck is so alarmingly overpowered. Unless your opponent's playing bullshit, that is. But yeah, ice counters was pretty cool. You know, this kind of reminds me of fighting that. It's just like old school kind of cards with a little bit of modern support and just trying to make it work, you know? But yeah, my opponent surrenders as... You probably should accept that. That's going to happen a lot. But yeah, this is our deck. This is what we're doing, okay? The Horus lineup is absolutely absurd, okay? King Sarko, completely busted. These guys, pretty busted. You know, if any of these guys negated, this entire thing would be completely unfair. But yeah, this is what we're trying to do. And I wasn't even going to, like, exceed or anything. I was just going to attack, honestly. But my opponent couldn't handle that, unfortunately. You know, unfortunately, the timely intervention of the Dark Magician, greatest of all magicians, was just a little bit too much. So we got time for one more duel today. I would normally do, like, 4 with this deck, because it's probably going to need it to show up, like, everything. But, you know, we got time for one more today. Let's go for it. Alright, everybody, the third and the very much final opponent, the fight in third. We're up against Yo Mama. And, I'm just gonna go second. You know, I've gone first, I've gone second. I'm just gonna go second one more time. See where to go. Alright, not bad opening hand. Good going second hand, let's put it that way. A very competent going second hando. So we'll see what my opponent can do. Oh, wow, so impressive. Most impressive, sir. Alright, I don't have the Dark Magician just yet, but I can get him. I've got the Illusion of Chaos, and that's pretty much his job. So, we'll go with the Rod. The Majestic Rod. Let's get the Dark Magical Circle set up. Just get nice and clean things. You know, I don't think the Horuses are going to be as vocal this particular time, but that's fine. We've already seen the Horus lineup. So let's go ahead and get Magician's Souls. Because I'd like to draw more things. That I would. So we're going to go ahead and activate our circle. Be like, hey, excavate a few cards. Get a card that mentions Dark Magician? Sure. Let's get another Eternal Soul just because we're going to ditch one for other things. Let's see. Yeah. Let's go ahead, ditch a Dark Magician. I can just ditch any spellcaster, by the way. I can send the Dark Magician Girl. I can send him Seti. That's one of the synergies of this card. Let's see. Yep. I'm going to summon out this guy. Just because I want to draw extra things. I've already got the Dark Magician set up. That'll work. So, boop. And I don't need you right now. So, boop. Draw some more stuff. Draw some more things. Draw and get some more Searcher Muffins. And we should be pretty good for our first turn. Like I said, a little bit of setup goes a long way with this bunch. So we're going to set a few cards. I'm just going to attack. I'm just going to keep it nice and simple this first. I'm just going to attack. Go for the Rod. Give him the Rod. And now all I need is my Sarko, and I am just set for days. Do I want to make anything else? I guess I could, and I probably should. Let's make SP Little Knight. It's just so adorable. She's like a ninja. She's like a little ninja girl. And cyberpunk, so she's probably shooting people with, like, guns that shoot ninja stars. That's more Borderlands than anything else, but you can't tell me that that's not something that would happen. Okay, Shaddolls. Okay, that's a thing. Okay. Let's see. What does this do? El Shaddoll at Cologne. Let's see. Target 2 face-up monsters, including a monster you control. And then banish until the end phase. I think I shall do this. Oh no, that guy, doesn't he banish my stuff in my grave? Alright. Okay, he didn't even hit the Dark Magician. Seriously? Why would you even bother? Okay. Let's go ahead and use SP Little Knight. Just banish both these for a turn. You know, keep stuff off the board. I'm really concerned he did not banish Dark Magician when he had the chance. What the heck, man? Why would you not do that? That just seems like a bad idea. No, not gonna lie, brother. I mean, if you're gonna go up against a Dark Magician player, if you're not banishing the Dark Magician when you have a chance, that's like, I don't know what you're thinking. Honestly, I don't. Alright, so what does this do? Place this card on the bottom of the deck. Place this card from the hand, draw another card. Okay, just drawing more cards. Branded Condemnation. Target a branded spell trap in the... So this is a branded deck? It's Shaddoll. It's Shaddolls, obviously. Basically, it's a Shaddoll deck. No, not yet. I'm good. I mean, what's he gonna do? He's gonna make Winda? Is that what you're just gonna make Winda trying to stop me from special summoning? Is that the best you can offer me? Is that the best you can do? Shaddolls? I mean, Shaddolls have a whole toolbox of different fusions. You gotta tell me there's something better you could have made here. There's gotta be something better than this. Alright, what are we up against? Shaddoll. Drag on these balls, you say. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Alright. So, that's going to be the case. Let's go for Eternal Soul. Because, you know, you didn't banish my Dark Magician when you had the chance, brother. I don't know what you were thinking. Maybe you wanted me to summon this, but I can't imagine why. I'm just going to banish Winda. Oh, Super Poly. Okay, well, he can't fuse with the Dark Magician. I'm unaffected by stuff. I mean, that still means... Oh, he just has another window. Oh, right. He can just do that. Okay. My opponent, I guess I may have underestimated smidge. Just a smidge, because now I am going to lose my monster, but I got plenty of life points. I'm not that worried about this. Plus, Little Knight's still going to come back, so it's all good. Plus, we baited out Super Poly. That's one less Super Poly he can use, you know? So I'm all good with this. So let's go ahead and get back our SP Little Knight. You can get your fish. I'm fine with this. Let's go. Ooh, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead for the rod. Go for the rod, and I can perm this whenever I want. If I want to start comboing off, that's fine. Probably going to do that because, you know, that. Probably because of that. I'm just going to say, like, yeah, I'm going to go for the rod. Like, again, I can just banish this whenever I want. Is that a better move, though? Because I kind of want to go for Celine the Queen. So, no, I'm actually not going to respond to that. I'd rather go for Celine the Queen. Go for the Queen. Let's see. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4. Take impermanence to the face. So unless you're going to fuse into a third window, which he might do. He might do that. Alright. Okay. Alright, okay. If he makes a third one, that's just what it is. No, he's gonna make... Oh, he's gonna make Construct, of course. That was my next choice. That was my next choice. So Construct will mill another card, probably Squamata, and then into... Could be a lot of things. Oh, Wendy. Okay, Wendy's just as fine. That's fine, too. That's fine, too. I just need to be cautious around the Construct, but other than that, we should be okay. Time to bash a doll, summon a face over 3 times. Okay, okay. Okay, that's fine. You used the monster effect, though, so I'm gonna have to punish you. I'm gonna draw some more cards. Hey, boo-boo. Hey, very nice. Alright, so, what we're gonna do here. Summon forth a Celine the Queen. He's gonna get some... Oh, wait, I'm supposed to spell another spell. Oh, no, I have enough. I need at least 3 spell counters, but then I can bring back a Dark Magician. Come forth, the Dark Magician, and banish a card. So, this doesn't matter. This... I kind of want to get rid of that. I can get rid of that by other means. So I'm going to banish App Cologne. I think that'll be better overall. Also, I activate Horus. I activate my spell! What say ye to that, Munchkin Eater? There we go. Let's go ahead and ditch Imseti. Let's go ahead and ditch the Illusion of Coas. I have my Secrets to Dark Magic, so I've got even more stuff coming to me. Again, the ultimate, like, do I recover or do I draw? The ultimate thing, do I recover or do I draw? I always like to stick with Happy, because Happy's just generally pretty good. And let's go ahead and bring the boys back to the yard. Do as we do. Special summon Horus over and over. Special summon Horus. Hee hee. I need to stop doing that. Okay, anyway, so my opponent... Yeah, let's go for the Secrets of Dark Magic and just do a fusion summon into the Dark Magicians. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. And if I had another spell... I could have probably done that first and drawn another card, but... doesn't matter to me. I'm fine with it. It's fine. Let's attack into everything. Let's attack into windows. So what does this do again? That'll summon back a monster if I just let it go. Battles a special monster, destroy that monster. This does not target, though. So I'm safe in that respect. So what I'm going to do here, attack into the Shaddoll. And I guess this will activate its effect, though. So he's going to banish 3 of my cards on the grave, but I don't really care at this point. Unless he gets rid of the Dark Magician, but I have a spare. So, it could be worse. It could be a lot worse. It could be a heck of a lot worse. Since my Horuses are all on the board, it really doesn't matter. Okay, so we will banish the Dark Magician, and... what is this? Banish, add a... Fallen of Albas, or a card that mentions it. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. But let's attack into Construct, which normally would be a problem, but my spell protects me. So I'm all good. And this doesn't even activate anymore. Doesn't even do anything. Alrighty, so what we're gonna do now... I kind of want to make into this dude. But then again, I kind of don't. So I'm actually fine. I'm just gonna end my turn. Almost gonna end my turn, it would be fine. I mean, if he gets rid of the Dark Magicians, I can summon one of each Dark Magician and Girl from the deck. And of course, my Horus spell, I keep calling it the Horus spell, because that's what it is. We got the King Sarko. If this leaves the board for whatever reason, then we're still good. And use the spell, then now I get to draw a card. And if I draw a spell, I can set it. And if it's a trap card, I can activate it this turn, or if it's quick play, either. So, a pretty nice card, the Dark Magicians. You know, gets me all the cards I like. What are you going to do, Fuse again? You even have... Ghost Ogre. Ghost Ogre! I still get to draw a card. And it's a quick play, so I'm pretty sure I get to play it this turn. Okay. Okay, let's see. And it was destroyed, so... Pretty sure once you send a card, yeah, everything's going to activate now. So let us activate everybody. So Happy is going to recover a couple of cards. Let's get this, and we'll get this. Imseti will activate. And then we're going to activate the Dark Magician, so I get stuff. And then we're going to activate Kwebish Kababa. Because that's his name, Kwebish Kababa. And so he has to use Schism now, or else he's going to lose the darn thing. Or he can use this trap that I didn't even notice he put in the graveyard. Banish this card and Shaddoll card. Change it face down, face up, or face up, face down. Interesting. Okay, that's not going to stop anybody, but okay, you do you. That won't stop much. Okay. Come forth, Dark Magician and his lady friend. So then I get to send a card to the grave, and it's going to ditch Schism. So that doesn't have to be a problem. And I get my cards back. So there you have it, folks. That's what we do. And does this banish anything? Yes, it does. Goodbye. Goodbye forever. Goodbye, my friend. This duel's not over yet, but I'm going to pretend like it is. It's pretty dang close. I mean, I still have Forbidden Droplet. If I'm right about rulings, then I should still be able to activate Droplet this turn. If I'm correct, I don't think this has to survive to do that, but if it does, it's not that big of a deal, I don't think. Oh, branded, panded. Interesting indeed. Alright, so he has branded fusion. Am I worried about branded fusion? Not at the moment. I mean, he can't target me or anything. Then again, I don't think that one dude is a targeted thing. Okay. Get out of here. Oh, the Magician's Rod will still go because I played a spell. I can tribute the Dark Magician and get this back to my hand. Okay, he's not dead yet. Branded spell, banished, or in the deck or the grave. Place a card from the hand on the bottom of the deck. So you get a card, then you have to wait. Then you have to put it back. Take that, branded boy! Dark Magicians for days! Dark Magicians for days! Alright, I think that's good for today. We've shown off like a lot of what this deck does and what it do. It's pretty straightforward, so I'm going to go ahead and say that's good for today. Anymore, we're just going to see, you know, Dragoon show up, and we don't need to go that far today. I think we're good. Let's go for the end screen. Alrighty, so Dark Magicians with Horus. Horus, I guess that's like Dancing with Wolves. Dark Magicians and Horus is something. Regardless, it's a very powerful deck. It's very nice. The Horus engine quickly cementing itself as one of my favorite new supporting archetypes. On their own, Horuses do, I mean, they do stuff. They do stuff on their own, but Horus really shines when it's combined with other archetypes. So, you know, I like this combination. It works fairly well. It's very beefy. It's got a lot of beefy things it can do. And we're just able to flood the board with our Horuses and just start annihilating people with them. The Dark Magicians are there to pinpoint banish stuff, and then, you know, we recover them stuff, and then we do other stuff and stuff and stuff. I've got the ability to just keep banishing cards of my opponents using the Dark Magicians, and then the Horus is on the board, and my opponent just doesn't read the darn things and, like, you know, gets rid of a card. Like, I'm protected from Eternal Soul by my own King Sarko. So, you know, my opponent's in for a rough time there. But regardless, I like this deck. I hope y'all enjoyed it as well. Smash like button if you did enjoy seeing this here deck. And tomorrow is, we're still working on a little bit, but we got Chaos OTK. And then, what was the deck after that one? Let me just take a quick gander at the, here's a special sneak preview. So we got Chaos, we got, oh yeah, the Illusion archetype. And then it's time for that Whammon Week thing, which I still don't know who's going to be in charge of that. I don't know what it don't matter. But anyway, here's the deck list real quick for those of you who are curious of what we're playing, and then we'll say adieu. So for the main deck today, pretty straightforward. 2 copies of the OG Dark Magician with the best artwork. If you got 3 copies of Imseti here, we got 1 copy of Timaeus, the United Dragon. 1 each of the other Horuses, because really 1 of each is just plenty. Good Quebish Kabbalah, Hoppy, and Duamfe. We have 1 Dark Magician Girl. We have 3 Magicians Rod, 3 Magicians Soul, and 2 Illusion of Coas. We have 2 copies of Triple Tactical Talents, 3 Preparation of Right, 3 Soulful Servants, 2 Forbidden Droplets. We have the Secrets of the Dark Magic, 3 copies of King Sarcophagus, 2 Magician's Circle, and a Magician's Salvation. We have double copies of Imperm, 2 copies of Eternal Soul, and 1 Magician's Combination. As for our extra deck, we have things like Artemis, because it's just easy to make this thing with, you know, the Magician's Souls or whatnot have you. SP Little Knights, just nice little bit of interruption. We have the Dark Charmer Gloomy, because we have a lot of dark monsters in this deck. You'd also play Luna as well, if you wanted to do either or. We have Selene the Queen, who's really good, as you can see, from just linking off, get a bunch of counters on her, and then just bring back a Dark Magician. You have Accesco Talker, very nice monster, good for getting rid of a troublesome back row. We also have things like, you know, number 90 here, just in case you want to go into the Exceeds. You don't always have to, but if you found the need to, Photon Lord's a good option for negating monster effects. You have Tenguju, who just straight up sends cards to the grave. Giant Trainer is good for going first if you really need to draw. But honestly, I like to leave the horses alone for a turn, and then they'll draw on their own. You also have Hope Harbinger, same sort of deal as with Photon Lord. He negates spells. So depending on what you're up against, either one is good. Double A Zeus, didn't need him, but he's there if you ever find the need of him. Fusion-wise, you have things like Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight, which it just target and destroys face-up cards, so, you know, it can destroy face-up stuff. It's not, we don't use it very often, but it's there. The Dark Magicians, as you can see, if a spell trap gets activated, draw another card. If it's a trap or a spell that's a quickie, just set the darn thing. You can activate the same turn if it's a trap or a quickie. It's a pretty nice card. We have the Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight, which is a phenomenal piece of protection for this deck. Because we have this guy on the board, on the same time you have this on the board, all of your spell traps are just immune to everything, and your monsters, or well, the Dark Magician monsters are going to be immune to everything. Not the Horuses, but that's fine. So, nice bit of protection along with a nice good body. And then there's Dragoon, which we never needed, and I'm glad we didn't need the guy this time around, because boy howdy am I tired of this guy, but he's there if you ever actually needed the darn thing. Just remember, he has a pop effect. Everyone forgets that one. As for the side deck, I didn't really pick anything else in this, because Mr. Popo made this one himself, so I don't want to change it too much, but, you know, there's things like Apprentice Illusion to search out more Dark Magicians, as well as a hand trap here. We also have Foolish Burial, in case you ever need to just send Dark Magician to the graveyard for things, or a Horus, either or. But that's the deck, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed it. Stay tuned for tomorrow, which is going to be day number 55. We're looking at Chaos OTK, which is going to be 1 part Light Sworn and 1 part Dark World. That's going to be cool. So, see you guys then. Until then, your boy Memphis Alter signing out. Stay safe and happy. Y'all have a good one. Peace.